Mr. Speaker, the silent, invisible killer of air pollution is leading now to 64,000 premature deaths in Britain a year. The figure was thought to be 40,000 by the Royal College of Physicians, but that's now been updated by the European Heart Journal. We're in a situation where air pollution is the biggest killer, in fact, in the world, bigger than smoking. 8.8 million people die from air pollution versus 7.2 million from smoking. People are killed or their lives are prematurely ended through heart attacks, heart disease, lung cancer, lung disease, strokes. Of course, people have just mentioned dementia, which is, again, air pollution's massive cause of dementia. Pregnant mothers have their fetuses impacted by particulates that they breathe in. We've got a situation that in clean air zones, so-called, children have a 10% lower lung capacity and much worse mental health issues. That's why I'm very pleased that the Times newspaper has now supported a 5-point action plan to tackle air pollution. They support the idea of a Clean Air Act. I've got a Clean Air Bill going forward. People have a right to clean air, support local authorities and others have the resources to deliver that. It's important that the government gets off its seat and instead of saying that all new we should ban new diesel and petrol cars by 2040, we bring that to 2030. After all, that ambition is held by India, China, Ireland and others. We really need to do much more. We need to ban traffic idling outside schools. We need to ensure that the 40 cities that actually breach the World Health Organization standards in Britain do more to stopping older vehicles entering city centres and charge them. And we need to monitor through local authorities and the Environment Agency localised levels of air pollution so people have got the figures and the power to actually campaign to stop that. And it's also important that we stop building new schools next to very busy roads. In addition to that, my own Clean Air Bill sets out a fiscal strategy to tackle air pollution. Diesel hasn't been raised in terms of the duty. It's been frozen since 2010. There's no even differential with petrol, let alone electric cars. We've got a situation now where we require infrastructure across Britain on electric cars, but the government has given that responsibility to BP, who've got a vested interest, of course, in keeping fossil fuel on the roads. We need proper testing. The VW scandal went ahead. VW were fined in Germany, but of course not in Britain. There's still 300,000 VWs that haven't been pulled back for readaptation on our roads. The government is hurtling ahead, expanding airport capacity and the dirty air that surrounds that. We need to do more on ports in a maritime strategy to ensure that ships coming into port have to be put onto electric. And of course on trains, we should be converting to electric trains, where in places like Swansea, where we are promised electrified trains, instead we're getting diesel trains. It's also important, as I've pointed out, that in the Environment Bill that air is considered indoors as well as outdoors, and I'm pleased that the Secretary of State put on record today that schools and hospitals should be included in the Environment Bill, not currently, and I'll certainly be holding him to his word, because indoors people are now inhaling all sorts of dangerous chemicals that are in our cleaning agents, sprayed on people's bodies. There's fire retardants in people's sofas, etc., etc. We need to ensure high standards and that are enforced. And at the moment, the members will know that Client Earth have taken the government to court for its failure to protect people from dirty air, and we need an assurance that in future, if we do Brexit, and I very much hope that we don't, that there's the enforceable standards in play to ensure people are safe. Put simply, children and all of us have the rights to clean air, and the government have a duty to deliver that right, and the government is failing. It needs to get on and protect our public health, protect our future, and to deliver clean air.